listen.
Is a computer chip surgically implanted into the brain, enabling people like Nolan here to reconnect to the world. So you were paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, and for about 8 years, I was trying to find some purpose in my life.
And then you got Neuralink, and what has that changed?
Anything anyone can do on a computer, I can do.
And he literally does it by using only his brain. You are currently moving that with your thoughts.
Yeah, man.
I want to see you send a text with your brain.
Okay.
His hands are paralyzed, but we're going to film them so you can see they're not moving. And using the neurons firing in Nolan's brain, Neuralink can translate those signals into movements. He just typed hi with his mind. Is this not crazy to anyone else? But that's not all he can do. So you just think left, and you're about to turn left.
Left, right, don't die.
No. He absolutely crushed us playing with only his mind.
I never thought would allow me to do anything like this.
And future technology can not only help the mind, but also the body.
Is it a coincidence how this man's name is Mr. Beast? He is the most popular influencer in the world. His main audience is the children. He's introducing this nanotechnology that goes to your brain. It's a chip. It's able to read your mind, and you can control things.
It is now official that Elon Musk is beginning mass production of the Neuralink brain chips, so I thought it'd be a great time to show you guys a song that was produced a year after Elon Musk was born in 1972 called Watch Out for 666. Check this out.
In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream that the hour is soon coming when men will become machines. A new one world order will rise and then demand that all the world's people receive their scientific brand. I saw a tiny free program, computer chip so thin, implanted in men's foreheads, underneath their skin, linking all its bearers to the system's central brain, the master computer that over them will reign. Watch out for 666.
Shalom. Kol halo Yahweh Ba'ashum Yahusha Ba'ashum Rukach Wadash. The bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders at Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Much respect to you brothers out there to preach his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. The tabernacle of David, which is being risen up, the next ruling class, the hopeful elect, the speckled bird. To you, I say shalom. Let's get into this lesson, and Yahweh Ratazah. It's a quick and edifying lesson, right? So pretty much the other day, I was sent this video from one of the brothers, and yeah, you know, as you see right here, Neuralink will begin mass production of brain C-hips and automatic surgeries by 2026, says Elon Musk. And those that are in the know what this is. This is the MOTB, right? And also, brother has sent me that the other day, if I'm not mistaken, you have the YouTube creator, Mr. Beast, showing off the MOTB as well. Those that have the eyes can see very clear as day the times that we live in. And we are that close to the MOTB being implemented and being law for the people to take, right? But the elect, those that have their eyes open, are not going to take this thing. If the Lord is dealing with you, you're not going to take this thing, right? Because you have certain sects of Christians, they know what the MOTB is, but they're not going to make it, right? they'll either wuss out and end up taking it, or they'll still just die out here, right? Die an unhonorable death, right? So to get this right here, Job 12 and verse 16, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his, right? The Lord has a sect of people out here, which is a huge sect, which outnumbers the elect. And those people are deceived. Those people don't know what's going on. Those people don't know the prophecies. A lot of them know that they're Israelites. A lot of them know that they're Israelites, but they're listening to these false teachers, these false prophets, man. And so, hey, they're going to be mowed down. They're going to be taken out of the way. The scriptures say judgment must first begin in the house of Israel, in the house of God, right? Those that know that they're Israelites, right? And this is why you must make your call and election sure. Make sure you standing on your P's and Q's and not out here withering away, right? Not out here being lukewarm, not out here being cold, right? Because you're going to get caught up. Judgment is going to first begin at us, right? Get this right here. Proverbs 11 and 14. Where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. You see? When we had no counselors, right? We was out there just done, just through. But the Lord raised up our Bibbins and our apostles and elders and elder bishops and brothers on down, right? And so now we have a multitude of counselors, and we have been given the truth, this breath of life, the true breakdowns of the scriptures, right? We have woken back up to who we are, right? We're doing the work of the Lord, making our call and election sure, right? But the no counselors, right? Those false preachers, those false prophets, especially amongst the circumcision, right? They're not true counselors. So the people are going to fall. The people are going to be destroyed. Those that are dancing to their tune, right? You got IUIC, ISBK, Captain Cesariak, right? Got GOCC, right? Got a Wi-Fi, Watchmen of Israel, Sons of Thunder. Those that are not HOI, those that are not preaching what the MOTB is, they ain't got the full truth. And other Jakes, they get mad at us when we say we had the 100% truth. Hey, don't get mad at it. The Lord said, I shall teach you in all things, right? And knowing the name of the Lord and what the MOTB is, the true breakdown of the MOTB is, hey, we're supposed to know these things. I saw the other day, a brother had did a lesson on it a couple weeks ago. Zabak said the MOTB, right? Revelation 13 and 16 is John 3:16. Like, bro, you done. I guess like the Christian breakdowns of John 3:16. You done. Slacky. All right, let's get this in Titus 1 and verse 11. Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert old houses, teaching things which they ought not to, for filthy lucre's sake. See, a lot of these teachers, especially of the circumcision, right, which they're not truly circumcised in the heart, they took their bag. And so they start changing up the doctrine, start giving you the false name. Hey, one comes in mind, what's their name? It was one body in Yahushua. Now it's just one body. Start changing the doctrine. Or Yahushua wasn't doing miracles. That's witchcraft. Nigga, you bugged out, man. And you can see the whole downfall of the leadership of that, man. NLT version. They must be silenced because they are disrupting whole houses by teaching things they ought not to teach. And that for the sake of dishonest gain. Right? You're going to have a lot of blood on your hands because you are not warning the people what the MOTB is. Right? Let's get this right here. Job 12 and verse 23. He increases the nations and destroyeth them. Isn't that what happened to us? He increased us and then we got destroyed. Well, this is what's going to happen to the other nations as well. The Lord has increased them, especially Esau, Edom. He's living in his blessing, but the Lord is going to destroy them. He enlargeth the nations and straighten them again, right? And we're in the process of the Lord straighten us, right? We're going through that straight and narrow gate, right? We endure hardness as a good soldier. The hard part of Jacob's trouble is coming, but hey, Yahweh Radazah, you stand boldly for the name of the Lord. You're going to endure this test, and you're going to be made finer than gold, even of the gold of Ophir, right? Let's see. Slaggy, where was I? Straighten them again. Let's see, verse 24. He taketh away the heart of the chief of the people of the earth and causing them to wander in the wilderness where there is no way. That's what happened to us, man. And I'm bringing this out because this is how your teachers are doing it, right? The false prophets, these pastors out there. You're just in the wilderness walking around for 40 years, all right? Just wasting away. Not going to any destination, man, but death. And that's where the bulk of our people, the 2/3, is headed to. They're just spiritually in the wilderness, walking around, not to the kingdom, but just to their death, right? They grope in the dark without light, and he maketh them to stagger like a drunken man, right? That's our people. Through the philosophies of this world, following these other false Israelite camps, right? You're walking around here like a drunkard, man. You have no understanding of what the what the prophecies, what the MOTB is, what's going down to what's about to pop off, right? Let's see. I'm gonna get this right here. Matter of fact, let's get this right here in Revelation 14. And this is what you want, right? Revelation 14 in verse 1. And I looked, and lo, old Lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 having their father's name written in their foreheads. This is what you want, right? And ultimately, that Thawa, as you read in Ezekiel 9 and verse 4, right? That mark of exemption. And I heard a voice from heaven as a voice of many waters and the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of the harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man can learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Right? We got this song. Yahweh Ratazah, we of those men. We have this song. We have the truth in which the bulk of the people are not going to get. Right? The deceiver and the deceiver are his. A lot of them is going to be destroyed. A lot of them is going to be made an example of how not to be, man. They're going to have their heads down in the kingdom of heaven. Right? These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb wheresoever he goeth. Right? Yahushua had a camp. You got Jakes out there saying, I don't follow no camps. You have no leadership. You're a child left to your own device. Right? And then you got also other Jakes. Matter of fact, I'll read more of this. These are they which follow the Lamb whatsoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among the men, being the first fruits of power, and unto the Lamb, and in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of power. Right? This is what you want, to be found without fault before Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It doesn't matter if the people look at you crazy, right? Them trying to throw you into prison, throw you into jail for this word. What matters is being found faultless in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Now in verse 4, you got some of these Christians, and I remember having a conversation with one of my homies in the world, which damn bugged out, man. Talking about the 144,000 are going to be actual virgins. No, this is talking about spiritually virgins, man. Not being defiled by these other philosophies of the world, man. That's what it's talking about. Is King David going to be of the 144? Yeah, he King David, man. He going to be at the top of the top. Right? Moses? Is Moses going to be there? Hell yeah. Right? King David. He had children. He had sex. Moses, he had sex. Come on now. You know, it just goes to show they ain't got it, man. They have a carnal perception of the scriptures, man. And here's the point in which I want to get, verse 8. And they followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all the nations drink of her wine, of the wrath of her fornication. So these other nations follow after her wine, her philosophies, her way of life. You've seen other nations come out and they're disowning Babylon the Great and their ways. Like their ways destroy our people, man. Got our women out here wilding. The men out here wilding. The women is being manly, men is being effeminate. Yeah. And ultimately, this MOTB thing too, as well. The other nations are adopting digital currency. Right? And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his right hand, right? Doesn't matter. Right hand, left hand, forehead, no matter where you get it, you done. So what's going to happen? The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of power, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment shall ascend up forever and ever. And they shall have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. Take heed. Right? If you're listening to these cats and they breaking down that the MOTB ain't the C-Help, you better repent. You better take heed, or you done. Because you most likely going to take it and you're going to eat that nuclear missile. Going to eat that nuclear fire. So that's pretty much it. Y'all right to Zah. It's an edifying lesson. Shalom. And a Bob Babal. Shalom.